Hi, Snowman. Here we are once again for another session of the ICE Personal Development Program, session number 9. I'm pleased to see some familiar names in the chat, but also notice some new ones. Well, Mr. Zahid, Sanya, welcome. Channon, welcome. Henuk, welcome to our personal development program. Fonte, Orlando, welcome, man. Rob Allen, good morning from USA, Oregon. Yeah, good morning, USA. Good morning, Rob. Well, so many people on the chat. I want to confess that every time we have these meetings, these sessions within the ICE Personal Development Program, I wonder how many of you are gaining something useful from our gatherings. I see from the statistic that many join, stay for a few minutes, and then leave. What could be on their minds? Do they think that we, the ICE team, are just wasting time and resources for fun? No. Do they believe that this program, ICE Personal Development Program, offered by ICE Network, it's simply a way to fill our time because we have nothing else to do? I don't know what some may think, but I urge you to consider the fact that you won't find any other project in the crypto industry offering such a personal development program. Have you ever wondered why we're doing this? Have you thought about the purpose of this program? This piece of knowledge, while they may seem simple on their own, contribute to improvement of each individual's life. The power of a network is derived from the sum of the strengths of its components. It's like a chain. Yes, we are talking about the blockchain technology. If one link is weak, the entire chain is weak. We want all users, all snowmen, to have the power that comes from valuable knowledge and skills. Only in this way will ICE Network have value. Although I've said it before, I will say it again. Break out of the state of laziness and start acquiring knowledge and skills to become stronger. Embrace change, the change that starts with yourself. Well, in session number 9 of the ICE Personal Development Program, we will delve into the art of adaptability and the crucial role of risk analysis in both projects and, for sure, in your life. What we can change and what is wise to keep. We will keep the strategic objective, the purpose. Remember the North Star that remains unchanged, but we can modify the actions from the action plan and adapt our approach to achieving various intermediate project goals. Let's delve into the concept of flexibility. The flexibility is the property or characteristic of an individual, a structure, or an organization to adapt to circumstances, to changes in the environment, to be malleable, to understand and modify the initial plan while keeping the assumed purpose. Let's explore the delicate balance between what we can alter and what wisdom dictates we retain. At the heart of our strategic journey, the purpose stands resolute, an unwavering guiding star. Yet, in the intricate web of our action plan, there exists a realm of adaptability, a canvas where we can gracefully adjust our brush strokes to capture the essence of ever changing circumstances. This notion of flexibility, it's more than a mere concept. It's a dynamic trait that we as individuals, as well as structures and organization, we inhabit, possesses. It's the graceful art of attuning ourselves to the cadence of shifting environments, the capacity to mold and remold, a willingness to revisit our initial blueprints, all while preserving the sacred flame of our assumed purpose, our North Star. Well, imagine this. When environmental conditions shift, say the wind starts, the blow, reeds, trees, they adapt, they are flexible, avoiding breakage. Likewise, humans adapt to changing environmental conditions. Similarly, organizations and projects must exhibit flexibility, adaptability. Additionally, remember that we discussed risk analysis. In the context of risk analysis for a project, it's essential to identify as many risks as possible from the project inception, evaluate them, and develop countermeasures, counteraction plans from the start. You see, not all risks are created equal. Some are like rare, unexpected storms on a Sunday day. They're possible, but not very likely. Imagine a storm with ferocious winds of over, let's say, 100 kilometers an hour. The chance of it happening might be quite slim, maybe, let's say, less than 20%. But if it were to strike, the impact on our project could be enormous. Even for this less likely risk, we need to have plans in place to either prevent them or soften their blow. That's just one example. On the other hand, some risks are like predictable hiccups along the way. Picture a construction project with a team of 10 workers. It's highly probable that one of them might be delayed by, let's say, 2 hours. Life happens. But the good news is this delay won't send our project into a tailspin. The other 9 team members are on the point, and they'll pick up the slack. Sure, a few tasks for that day might wrap up a bit later. Thanks to the extra effort of the others, but they will still go down. And the overall impact, it's pretty minor. Now, imagine a similar scenario, but this time it's our project head engineer who is running late. The stake is higher, even though that the odds of this happening are lower. In the second case, we can be proactive. For instance, we can ensure the head engineer keeps their phone on at all times. So he can coordinate work remotely and prevent any major delays. So here are the keys takeaways. Risks are either possible or not. It's like a yes or no questions. Risk have chance uh, of occurring measured in percentage. This probably is based on historical data about both the environment and the people involved. Kind of like using math to predict the weather. And third, risk can impact our project to a varying degree. It could be minor or have a bigger impact. With these three factors in mind, we assess and manage risk to keep our project sailing smoothly, much like sailors navigating the sea. Now, let's delve deeper into the fascinating world of flexibility and adaptability. Imagine you're the captain of a ship, chartering a course across uncharted waters. You've done your homework, planned for possible storms, and equipped your crew with the skills to handle the expected challenges. This is akin to the risk analysis we conduct in our projects. But what occurs when a massive sea serpent suddenly breaches the surface, sending shockwaves through your well-prepared crew? It's moments like this that truly put our adaptability to the test. Picture this sea serpent as a metaphor for unforeseen challenges that life, much like the unpredictable sea, can throw to us. You didn't anticipate it, and you certainly didn't anticipate its size or ferocity. Now, you must adapt swiftly and decisively. This is where the concept of flexibility comes into play. Are you like the old, rigid ship, unable to change course or withstand the turbulence? Or are you like the nimble, modern vessel, capable of adjusting sails, shifting the direction, and weathering the storm? If you fall into the later category, like the resilient trees we observed earlier in the enlightening video, you'll discover innovative ways to endure even the fiercest tempests. Think of adaptability as a versatile toolkit you carry with you through the life. Well, it contains problem-solving tools, creative thinking devices, and a steadfast attitude to confront the unexpected head-on. Consider how a tree responds to strong winds. Its branches may sway and bend, but the core remains firm. This is ability in action, blend of resilience and flexibility. In practical terms, when life throws a curveball your way, you'll have the mental tools to pivot, adjust your plan, and navigate through adversity. You won't merely weather the storm. You'll emerge from stronger and wiser. Take, for instance, a sudden financial setback. It could be job loss, an unexpected medical expense, or a downturn in the economy. If you cultivate adaptability, you won't panic. Instead, you'll tap into your toolkit, reevaluate your financial strategy, explore new opportunities like ICE Network, and most importantly, remain focused on your long-term financial goals. This principle extends to all aspects of life, from personal relationships to career endeavors. Unforeseen challenges are bound to arise, but with adaptability as your ally, you'll approach them with confidence, ready to adjust, evolve, and ultimately triumph. So, embrace the idea of flexibility as a lifelong skill. It's not about constantly changing your plans with every breeze that blows. Rather, it's about having the capacity to adapt when the tempests of life catch you by surprise. It's about being like that motor ship, able to navigate uncharted waters and emerge stronger on the other side. Let's dive deeper into how this principle of adaptability applies to our everyday lives. Well, think about all the times you've been taken by surprise, perhaps even unpleasantly so. Life has an uncanny way of throwing curveballs our way when we least expect it. This surprise can range from minor inconveniences to major life altering events. Picture this: you are cruising along, and suddenly a massive detour sign appears in your life's path. Maybe it's a sudden job loss, a health issue, or a relationship challenge. These are the moments when you are faced with significant pressures and you're forced to adapt. In those instances, you had to put on your problem solving hat, roll up your sleeves, and think on your feet. It's like being handed a jigsaw puzzle with missing pieces, and you need to figure out how to complete the picture. Now, here is the key. Even when you are adapting and changing your initial plan, there is something unwavering. your purpose. This purpose, it's your guiding star, your north star, and you don't deviate from it. Think it of like this. Your purpose is the destination, but your approach to reaching that destination can vary. Imagine you're driving to a dream vacation spot. Along the way, you might take different routes, encounter roadblocks, or make detours. But your ultimate destination remains the same, that beautiful, sunny beach you've been dreaming of. However, there are expectations to solve this problem. But sometimes there are exceptions to this rule. There are moments when the environment changes so drastically that it becomes impossible to reach your intended purpose. In these situations, you might have to make the tough decision to abandon the entire project. Let's break it down. Or risk analysis. Sometimes we embark on a project without fully assessing the risk involved. This is like setting sail without checking the weather forecast. If a storm appears unexpectedly, your journey becomes perilous. Black swan events. Then there are black swan events, those rare and unpredictable occurrences of massive impact, like a financial crisis or a global pandemic. We remember the last 4 or 5 years. These events can be so monumental that they render your project unfeasible. In these cases, adaptability becomes crucial. It's about recognizing when to stop trying to force a project that has slim chances of success. It's about understanding that, despite your best efforts, circumstances may simply be beyond your control. So, in essence, adaptability is just about rolling with the punches. It's also about knowing when to step back, reassess, and perhaps chart a new course. We all hope you encounter a few moments as possible where you have to abandon a project. Now, let's zoom out a bit. The most significant project any of us undertakes is the project of our own life. We've touched on this in our previous sessions. Consider your life as a grand journey with your purpose as the ultimate destination. If you're navigating without a clear life project, without knowing where you're headed, you are essentially setting sail without a map. It's akin to walking through a maze blindfolded. You're bound to encounter many challenging moments. But with the right mindset and the skill of adaptability, you can transform these challenges into opportunities for growth. You learn to navigate life's twists and turns, adjust your sails when it's needed, and continue your voyage towards your purpose. Let's explore another facet of adaptability, the concept of being overly flexible. Imagine a scenario where the slightest breeze, the tiniest hiccup, or even the smallest change in your surroundings, you immediately change your entire approach to achieving your goals. It's like shifting gears every time you feel a gust or wind, regardless of whether a storm is genuinely brewing or not. To illustrate this, let's revisit the construction project analogy. Picture a construction site where the moment of few clothes start gathering, work brings to a halt our halt out our fear of impending storm. This extreme flexibility might initially seem like a prudent move, but let's consider it more closely. You probably wouldn't just stop everything right away. No, your typical reaction would be to check the weather forecast, wouldn't it? You'd want to know what's really going on before making any big decision. Why? Because you might discover that there is actually a very low chance of a storm hitting. In this case, continuing work would be the sensible choice. The point here is that while flexibility is essential, taking it to the extreme can lead to instability. If you are too quick to change course or abandon your plans, the slightest sight of trouble, you might find yourself in a constant state of upheaval, making it challenging to achieve your goals efficiently. Now, let's consider the flip side. Imagine a scenario where, despite your best preparations, a storm suddenly unleashes its fury while your team is still on the construction site. Clearly, this isn't an ideal situation, and it highlights the importance of striking a balance. So, what's the lesson here? It's all about making well informed, balanced decisions rather than impulsively changing your approach whenever the wind shifts. Take a moment to gather secure information. Consult your metaphorical weather forecast, your trusted sources of insight and data. When you strike this balance between adaptability and stability, you'll find that your decision making becomes more deliberate and effective. You'll be better equipped to navigate the challenges that life throws your way without constantly varying of course. So remember, the key is to be flexible when it's necessary, but also steadfast when it's the right move. To achieve this balance between adaptability and stability, it's necessary to have emotional balance with us. There is a lot to be said about emotional balance, and especially to be done to attain it. This inner balance comes with the understanding that our emotions often determine our behaviors. Can I make balanced decision if there is an emotional storm inside me? I ask you, can you make balanced decision if there is an emotional storm inside you? Certainly not. As being in emotional stress will lead to incorrect or less effective decisions. We will dedicate a special session to this emotional balance in the ICE Personal Development Program. My friends, we're nearing the end of this session, but we won't conclude without thanking all of you who have been with us in this session. Well, um, we're many, but I want, my desire is to be so many people involved in this ICE Personal Development Program. I don't know, maybe 1,000, 100,000, something like this. Invite your friends to enjoy our program. Well, thank you for your attention and involvement. May you be blessed with light, inner peace, and wisdom.